guys, we're gonna see some pop punk stuff in my room because we need content, and I think you'd really enjoy it. This is my pop punk wall. It's small now, but we got some signatures: Bless the Fall Tour, Rarity, Secrets, Mayday Parade, Abandoned by Bears, State Champs, Heart Attack Man, Macquarie, Census Failed, A Lot Like Birds, Shit's Wild.
Is that Macquarie or Macari?
Couldn't tell you.
I think it's Macari.
It might be Macari. They're pretty good. I mean, all the bands are good. Which one's your favorite?
Rarity.
Rarity? Yeah. Longest Lonesome coming out soon. Shout out my boys in Rarity. Yeah, you did it. Good job.
Live from Studio Dead End, brought to you by Deadbeats LLC and Omega Images. It's Spinning Out.
1, 2, ready, go!
Spinning out, whoa, spinning out, whoa. Mama, look this way, 'cause we are winning now. Whoa, feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Don't touch me now, we're spinning out.
Is it as hot and gross out in Toronto as it is over here in New England?
It's not too bad.
It's not
No.
terrible, but my apartment doesn't have AC yet, so that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I just set mine up this morning.
I have a fan that sits next to my bed and I'm still sweating. Like I woke up from my nap and I was just like drenched. It was gross.
I've done that a couple of times.
Can you turn him up a little bit? I can't really.
Yeah.
Turn me up. Yes. And then as long for the interview is if you guys want to scrunch as close to the middle of your screen as possible because Skype is spinning cuts people off. But yeah, we're here with Leah and Logan
Hi.
Hi.
from Like Satellites. So why don't you introduce yourselves again and say what you do in the band, and we'll go from there. Ew.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm the singer. I also write most of the songs.
Yeah. I'm Logan. I play bass. And
The Toronto area?
Yes.
Yep.
Nice. So how'd the band get started? Let's hear the dream story.
This is like a long and extended story because I've been in this band for like 2 years longer than everybody else.
Nice.
We actually recorded Muscle Memory, which is our first single, probably 3 years.
It was 2016, so
2 years before it actually released, with a different lineup, because I had gotten out of another band and I was like, I want to start my own band. I don't want to join somebody else's thing. And then we've just been doing this ever since. And I found him when we lost a couple of members, and he sort of helped us replace all of those people, and it's been dope.
Yeah.
I think super interesting. I've just always been doing music, so.
yeah.
When did it hit you where you're like, I really want to do something with music in my life? Where was that moment for you, Leah?
Oh, shit. It was 2012. I was in university, and I was absolutely miserable. I was double majoring psych and English, and I hated it. And I realized sort of midway through that all that I really wanted to do was music. So I actually dropped out of university and started a band.
Nice. You're really living your dreams then now.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. And so drop in to do music basically full time. You guys just released Nothing Left to Say within the last 2 weeks or so, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. So what's it been like to put that album together and then have it be out for this long? And what's the reaction been so far?
I mean, it's been crazy to
Yeah.
put it out, and it's been like, I don't know, I guess like over a year of work, just kind of putting it all together and recording and getting it like mastered and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been absolutely crazy. It's hard to. This is the first like major or like actual thing that I've been able to like properly release. So it's been a really awesome first experience. And it seems like a lot of people really like it, so that's cool.
Yeah, the reception's been really good so far, which is really nice. Although I think that it's so funny because the songs that we thought were going to be like really popular are like not the ones that people love. Renegade got picked up by Spotify for new punk tracks, and we actually almost cut that from the record.
Yeah, that was like, we had, so there's 6 songs on the EP, and we had 7 going in. And it was down to 2, where it was Renegade, and it was another one that we kind of sometimes play live. But we kind of ended up deciding on Renegade.
Yeah.
And, it got reworked a bunch to kind of be where it is now, but it's honestly, it's one of the ones I'm most happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that a lot of people kind of latched onto that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like reach out to you and say this is happening, or what was it like to find out you were on one of their playlists?
So they always say that they're gonna email you, but they don't. They don't. I literally was like looking at our Spotify stats, and they're like, "Yeah, now found on new punk tracks," and I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." And then from there, it's like the song just got more streams and more saves than anything else we've released, and we got a whole bunch of followers and stuff like that. So it's really cool that we're able to actually reach new people who are interested in what we're doing, just because somebody at Spotify decided that they thought we were cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how does that transition to your shows? What's the fan interaction with the new record? I think you just played at something called a taco and metal bar.
Yes.
Oh boy.
In general, the reaction's really good. That show was kind of a bust for various reasons, mostly just drama between other bands, so let's not get into it. But it was really, really cool playing the release show. There were probably as many people as our first ever show.
Yeah.
Plus some, I would say more.
Probably more. It was probably one of the larger crowds that we played in front of.
Yeah, our first show in our hometown was with Calling All Captains, so obviously there was a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
And I would guess that we had about the same number of people, which was so freaking cool.
And you saw people in the crowd singing along and stuff and getting ready?
Yeah. I mean, we've had people singing along to Muscle Memory and Take This for a little bit because they're sort of easy to grab onto. But it was really, really cool to hear that people had like actually gone and listened to the tracks already. The other bands were all like, yo, I listened to your album. It was dope. So they finally knew what to expect going into it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the next move? Any upcoming shows that you have already announced that you're allowed to talk about?
Nothing that we've announced yet. We are in the process of booking. We're trying to hop on a tour with another band, but we haven't like made it official yet. So it'll be Ontario, maybe Ottawa, Quebec, Montreal area. And we're trying to arrange to head up to London, St. Catharines in the next little bit.
Definitely.
So nothing like super, super major. It's not like we're hiding big secrets, just in the process of doing it. And we're writing.
Yeah, we've been working on like some newer songs too, just to kind of add to the set and kind of change things up because we've been playing the same set for like a year.
Yeah, pretty much. So we've already started adding in one of our new songs, and we're hopefully going to record something new in this winter.
Nice. Where do you guys get your work done? Is there like a local studio that you like to work with?
So up until this point, we've been working with Sam Guyana, who does a lot of local bands. He does Carried Away, who are our friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is where we ended up getting the referral from. We aren't totally sure who we're going to go with for the single when we end up doing one again. Maybe Sam, maybe somebody else. Our guitarist is also a producer, so maybe we'll like loop him in. Not totally sure yet.
Nice. Just cross those bridges when you get there, right?
Yeah, exactly. We still have a little bit of time.
Yeah, we're still kind of promoting this EP and kind of just doing that whole thing of just getting people to listen to that as much as possible and not going insane in the process.
I feel that. Speaking of going insane, we're going to go slightly off topic because I like to do that a tiny bit. We're going to talk a bit about space.
Ooh.
What would be the first thing you would do if you found yourself in space?
Probably die. I would have a heart attack and die.
Like, are we talking like on a space station, or?
Yeah, I would still die.
Let's say like a space shuttle and you hit no gravity for the first time ever.
Oh man, I would just do all kinds of flips and stuff. That just sounds fun.
I stand by my answer. I would die.
Yeah, she would just be very uncomfortable in the corner, and I would just be like spinning circles and stuff.
I like my feet to be on the floor.
Yeah, you don't like leaving the ground very much.
Jeez.
No.
That's great. That's awesome. Oh my god. And I didn't really have much else prepared. But what else do you guys want to talk about? Any other last minute thoughts you wanted to throw out there for the people that decided to take the time to listen to this?
I mean, thank you for everybody who's listened to the thing so far, who sent kind words to us. Yeah, it means a lot. We put a lot into this EP, and it's nice to see that people are reacting positively to it. Yeah,
this EP and all of like the lyrical content on it has kind of been a culmination of my mental health over the last like 4 years. So it's kind of like releasing all of my innermost thoughts into the world and just hoping that people are like, yeah, that's okay. So far it's been really positive, and we've had people who seem to relate to stuff, which is really cool for me.
Okay. What was it like kind of pouring your heart and soul into the material? I now remember that you said the mental health aspect was a perspective on the record. But what was it like just kind of pouring it all into it?
It kind of happened naturally. Like, it's just the way that I write. And I basically, like, I sort of struggle a little bit. And every time I struggle with stuff, the only way that I necessarily know how to express my feelings that's actually healthy instead of like just self-destructing is pretty much by writing music. I have a really, really hard time talking to people about personal stuff. I'm sort of stoic all the time. So it's been an experience, especially to have this much out there. It's been really, really cathartic. Now, all of the people that did the things that I ended up writing about are aware that that's something that happened, and we've sort of all made peace with it. So it's not like there's a whole bunch of drama. In releasing the record and giving people a heads up, it turned into a way to sort of clear the air.
Nice. And that's awesome to hear as a person who does struggle with mental health as well. And I'm excited to listen to it more from that perspective and use it as a building tool, potentially, to see what I find. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully you find something that helps you. I like to write like that because I believe firmly that one of the most important things when you're struggling is to feel less alone. And when I was going through all of that kind of stuff, I felt extremely alone because there wasn't necessarily somebody talking about that. So, coming out and just saying it, I think can be helpful to me, but it can be helpful to other people too.
That's awesome. I'm glad you found a way to express those feelings because I know how hard it can be. So that's awesome. Yeah. And good thing you brought that up because we did want to talk about it. You and I said that we wanted to talk about that kind of stuff. So awesome. Yeah. Now that leads to me to any last minute comments. We're winding down to the end here. Any last things you want to say?
Oh geez.
Question, concern, comment.
Questions,
concern.
I guess just people follow Instagram at like Satellites Band.
Yeah.
And
we have many in social media. We'd love to connect with people. Logan and I run most of the accounts between the two of us. So if somebody messages any of the accounts, one of us will message back.
To you.
We'll message back. We like to chit chat with people. So we're basically like Satellites Band everywhere except Twitter, where we're like Satellites _ because somebody already had like Satellites.
What do you think it would take to bully them into giving you the handle or switching handles?
More effort than I care to put in.
It seems to be, so the band that has it is like totally defunct. They have not posted in like years and years and years and years. But of course, the way that Twitter runs their platform, you can't be like, oh, this person's inactive. Can I have their handle? No.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, maybe one day.
When you get that little check mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get that verified.
Perfect. That's what we need, yeah.
Verified, then get the new handle. The baby steps.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
No, actually, I think if you get verified, if you change your handle, you lose the verification.
Yeah, you do.
Which
it doesn't like carry over.
Yeah.
Make a whole,
they have to re-verify you again. Which, if you're not like someone huge,
it's so much effort. It's so much effort.
It's crazy.
What I would kill to be popular, huh? Get that check mark. We're coming for you, Twitter. We're getting that check mark. You heard it here. At some point in life, we're going to get a check mark, and these are going to be true statements we're saying here.
Exactly.
This would be a problem that we have. We'll be like, I'm going to get re-verified because I'm changing my Twitter handle. Just kidding.
Oh my God. But yeah, that does wind this down. But I would like to thank both of you, Leah, for setting this up and being able to work with us between our technical difficulties and napping difficulties.
Yeah, we're just, it's fine.
I had to stand outside of a door
He literally was outside of my apartment for 10 minutes because I was asleep.
I feel great. Well, I have tomorrow off because it's Memorial Day down here in the States. So I was like, I can take a nap on a Sunday. It's fine. Because I'm just going to sleep tonight anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I've been awake since 4 a.m. though, so like.
You're probably about to crash. You're like, fuck this.
I already took that nap.
So now she's just up for the rest of the day. It was
supposed to be like 2 hours shorter than it was.
Ooh, that was the worst. And you feel up, you're like, oh, where am I? You're like groggy, like your hair's half on your head, half not on your head. I feel that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I did.
She has like 17 messages from me being like, please wake up.
Please come inside. Be a responsible adult. Yes.
What does that feel like? I am not a responsible adult.
No, I'm not.
Couldn't tell you.
I'm like almost a responsible adult.
Yeah.
Approximately 50% of the time, I'm the adult in the situation.
That's not bad. 50% though?
That's more than most.
Considering that I live alone, though, like you'd think that I would do better.
Yeah, I saw a cat at the beginning for half a second. Is that your cat?
Yes.
I love it.
walked away. I don't know where he went, but
I don't know. My cat's around here somewhere. My dog's like, bro, feed me. He's just sitting here doing, I don't know.
I bet if I open this, will he be?
yes, we've located the cat.
He's
Trying to get my dog in the shop, but she's like, fuck you. Just give me some food. Yeah, whatever. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, we just opened the door here and suddenly there was a cat.
He was here the whole time.
He's very clingy. Sneaker.
Sneaker. And he's an orange, what I believe, tabby?
Yes, he only has one eye, and he's being weird right now and hiding behind a door. I'm sorry, but...
No, that's okay. I just wanted to admire him because I love cats and animals, and some would call me a slut for them. You can close that door. Bye, cat, for being weird.
Bye, Peeper.
Yeah,
There's
he was
also-
climbing on us earlier. It was
Yeah.
It was
There's
real
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But this has been Leah and Logan from Like Satellites. I didn't realize the alliteration was there until this moment.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's pretty great.
And then there's me, Woody. Hey. But again, I would like to thank you both for being on the show. I hope your new stuff that you're working on is hella awesome. Like Nothing Left to Say. The new, is it EP? The new record. The new EP's been out for a week or two. Definitely check it out for fans of All Time Low, We're the In Crowd, others that you post on your Facebook. You don't even have to be a fan of those to like it because it's an awesome album and you should definitely listen to it.
Fans of cool music.
Yes. Fans of cool music, this is for you. And I'm going to click stop recording in a second if you want to do a wave, a smile, whatever you want to do for the last 2 seconds.
Thanks for having us.